That win was absolutely huge for Liverpool. I think that's the sign of future Premier League champions in waiting. Crystal Palace away, difficult. And then you're looking at one of the worst bits of VAR execution I've ever seen, which isn't a surprise. And Liverpool still find a way to come back against Crystal Palace. It's absolutely crazy. We'll talk about all the goals and obviously all the big moments and player ratings. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Would really appreciate it. I thought Liverpool in the first half were really slow, really dire, actually. Not to say that they made any big mistakes, but I don't think they put themselves out there to win the game in the first half. I think a big criticism would be levied at Endo, someone that I've always questioned with Liverpool fans why he's not playing more, and I think he was shown to football fans around the world why he doesn't maybe start as much for Liverpool. He doesn't move the ball quick enough. Crystal Palace did a very, very effective job on him. Richards in particular, very, very good energy around Endo and really pressed him off the ball. So Liverpool looked like it almost looked like a 0-0. Obviously, for the final 30 minutes of the entire game, it did actually look like a 0-0. And obviously, Palace have always been a bit of a bogey side for Liverpool. Obviously, stopped them winning the Premier League title in 2013. Dwight Gale, Luis Suarez crying. But Liverpool had this moment, this kind of switch, when the VAR decision happens. Obviously, there's a sending off as well. And they had this kind of element of quality. Obviously, Mohamed Salah is everything that Liverpool have done well in the last 5 years is because of Mohamed Salah scoring. We'll talk about that goal in a minute. Let's talk about the VAR decision. Mateta gets brought down and challenged, a sort of stud on his calf from Van Dijk. If that happens live, I don't think there's any football fan in world football, and you're deluded if you think that isn't a foul live. And I don't have an issue with that decision if the referee has the guts to just say, look, that is a penalty. I can see it. Referees should referee 95% of football matches. And at the moment, VAR is refereeing half of the game. It feels that if the referee doesn't see it, then the VAR is coming in, delaying the game. 5 minutes of play went on. What if someone got injured? What if Mateta gets back up and fouls Van Dijk and injures him? What happens if Palace got the other end and if Liverpool got the other end and score? It isn't a clear and obvious decision, in my opinion. If it happens there and then, you've got to just blow the whistle. You've got to get it done. Football's a game about speed. Football's a game about rhythm. And it's not even about me. I'm sat here at home watching the game. What about the 40,000 fans, home and away fans, that have no idea what's going on in the stadium? There's no communication. Then suddenly there's a break in play. Middle of the play, by the way. The ball didn't even go out. So the referee has clearly had a word from VAR. That should happen in 20 seconds. Like goal line technology, it should happen within 20 seconds. I'm not complaining in this video for the sake of it, because obviously it hasn't hindered Liverpool's result today. But it was a penalty, but you cannot be delaying the game for that long. For God's sake, what world are we living in? But Liverpool get over the disappointment, a bit like against Spurs, where I think they got cheated out of the Diaz goal. And with, was it 9 men? At least, I can't remember. Either way, that VAR decision, Liverpool kind of rallied around it, and they played even better when that happened. And they could have won the game even without the VAR decision against Tottenham. And it feels that that could have happened against Palace. Well, it did happen because Mohamed Salah steps up. It's an absolutely lovely little goal, deflected, but the way he found space in a very congested Palace area. And Palace were very narrow today. I think they allowed too much pressure on them, if I'm being completely honest. And it showed a lack of, a bit of a frailty from Roy Hodgson's side, who obviously lost to Bournemouth midweek. A frailty where they've only won a few games this season at home. They've actually had a really, really bad home record. And their home record keeps Palace in the league season in, season out. When that doesn't happen, they could be getting relegated, these lot. Salah, great goal. And that was, I think, his 150th goal in the league. I might be wrong, but it was a big number nonetheless. And he's kind of in the bracket of Aguero, Shearer and Henry for getting there. Anyway, let me know in the comments if it was 150 Premier League goals today. I think it was. And then a moment of genius from Harvey Elliott, who got substituted on. He takes the ball. Palace are flat. I think they're really tired. I think they're really deflated of conceding in the first place. But Roy Hodgson should be able to enable enough experience in that side. The likes of Ward and Gahey and Anderson, for example. They should all be able to rally round and say a point against Liverpool is exceptional. Let's hold on to it. And they were so flat-footed getting out to Harvey Elliott. A beautiful left foot shot near post. Everyone opens their body in that situation. Everyone tries to curl it around the centre-back, curl it into the bottom left-hand corner. And the fact he's gone near post, I think, has absolutely killed the keeper. It's one of them, because you can curl it and you can be a little bit less accurate with it. And if it just goes on target, the angle of the ball is an issue for the keeper. If you hit it near post, you have to be true. You have to lace it. You have to hit it hard. And he did that perfectly. That kind of technique is unbelievable. It really is. It might not look as flash as if it had gone in off the post or high in the net. But that finish, but let me say it to you in this video. It was a world-class strike from Harvey Elliott in a tough moment in the game. The amount of players would have skied that, and it kind of would have just been forgotten about. Harvey Elliott grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck is massive for him in his Liverpool career. Surely the biggest goal in his career at Liverpool Football Club. No question about it. And then Liverpool held on. Alisson pulled off an unbelievable save late on from some great build-up play from Elise. Could Elise be coming on a bit earlier? I know he's coming back from injury. But you do feel that Liverpool are an incredible side. But their away form this season, if they had better away form, they'd be 10 points clear in the Premier League title race. That's the reality. So could Palace have done anything different? I think they are struggling a little bit. I think Roy Hodgson is running out of ideas a little bit. When you've got someone like Richards running around in midfield who isn't a midfielder, I think you're going to struggle when you do need to get on the ball. You need to keep it. I've never been a fan of Jordan Ayew, with all due respect. I've never been a huge fan of Matete. They need a lot more quality up front because Palace are going to get relegated at this rate. I really do think they're going to be that third side. If Luton can pull some results together, they might out Palace, if that makes sense. Let's talk about the Premier League title race very quickly. Liverpool are now top. We're 9 days into December. Santa Claus is nearly here. And we've got a side who knows how to win the Premier League. Arteta doesn't. They are playing better football than Man City. They've got more belief than Man City. They've got a player who's in form, unlike Man City, in Mohamed Salah, who I think has been the best player in the league this season. This is exceptional. I think they're in a fantastic position to go on and win the Premier League title now. They can beat sides around them. They should have beaten Spurs. They probably should have beaten City in terms of the last 20 minutes. This side are here to compete at Anfield. The sides that I've just said, including Arsenal, have to go to Anfield and get results as well. It's a fortress, Anfield. It's a nightmare. If Darwin Núñez, I think that situation has to be cleared up. I think Darwin Núñez, I think you get him off now. He isn't that player. He might be still, who knows, things can change in football, but it's very unlikely. I think Gakpo's the guy. Gakpo, Diaz and Salah, I think, wins Liverpool the Premier League. That front three is electric, and Gakpo made the difference when he came on today. But it's unbelievable from Liverpool. It's a serious marker. A draw is just another plateau. It's another just grinding kind of result, keeps up the pace. That was the first result in a long time that I felt, wow, that is a side really getting the game by the scruff of the neck, getting this league, getting this division by the scruff of the neck and pulling away from rivals. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Make sure you subscribe.